The chef was cutting up a pig. His cleaver moved around the pig's body and came out through its mouth. Yet remarkably, the blade was not stained with a single drop of blood. Then the chef pulled the pig by its legs and lifted it up. In an instant, the meat and bones separated perfectly. Everyone applauded, praising his extraordinary cooking skills. Not long after, a pork stew was served. But after eating it, everyone began to suffer from stomach pain. The chef realized that something was wrong with the dish. He had prepared all the ingredients himself, except for the final salt, which had been given to him by his apprentice. At that moment, the chef understood the truth. Enraged, he confronted and interrogated his apprentice, but the apprentice denied everything. The villagers then lost their trust in the chef. Unable to defend himself and to prevent further trouble, the village chief expelled him from the village. In order to survive, the chef went to a restaurant to apply for a job. His competitor there was a man with exceptional knife skills, who caught a pufferfish and expertly sliced it into sashimi. Next, the chef took a red snapper. He split the fish along its back and sliced it into thin pieces. Miraculously, the snapper was still swimming. Even when only its bones remained, it showed no sign of pain. The restaurant owner was deeply impressed by the chef's dish. The other man was confused until he realized that the chef had been using an ice knife while cooking. Acknowledging his superiority, the man admitted defeat and even asked to become the chef's apprentice. However, upon hearing about the chef's extraordinary skills, the restaurant's head chef felt threatened. He challenged the chef to a cooking duel. The loser would have to leave the restaurant. This time, the dish to be judged was roast duck. The chef asked the man to assist him. Both sides quickly finished their dishes. A young woman tasted the head chef's roast duck first. It was delicious. Then it was time to taste the chef's dish. The girl thought the duck had gone cold, but when she touched it, her hand was burned. At that moment, steam and an irresistible aroma rose from the roast duck. It turned out that the chef had wrapped the duck in malt sugar to preserve its heat and prevent it from cooling down. When the girl tasted the duck, she was stunned by its incredible flavor. The head chef also took a bite, sighed softly, and admitted his defeat. Curious, he asked how the chef had prepared the dish. The chef explained that he had not used a knife at all, because if the duck meat touched a blade, the fibers would break and ruin the texture. Instead, he had instructed his apprentice to break the duck's bones using only the palms of his hands. After hearing this explanation, the head chef left the restaurant, and so the chef became the new head chef.